it's time to start wrapping things up here because you know what? We are almost done with this. We are just getting a few last things ready for before we hit Kefka's castle. Trying to wrap up all the story elements. I thought about this long and hard over the course of the week. Like, what do I really want to like invest in? What do I want to make sure we do? What do we want to make sure we cover before we wrap things up? And one of the things I really wanted to do was focus on making sure we got all of the different story bits. If there's story involved with it, I wanted to make sure we did it. So I made sure to track down and make sure we could cover all of those, including Shadow's dreams. Oh wait, that's that's where Sid died. As well as Magicite. As well as a few other things involving a few of the other characters, including Strago and Realm's story. There's a whole section with Shadow's dreams that cover his backstory. Figured out how to get those. And one other element that was the War of the Magi. As you may see here, I have bothered to level up some, grind some in the meantime while we were between sessions, mostly just so we could kind of just get into things. If we have time tonight, I'll try and do the Tower of the Magi again. I'm not really pushing it. There's not really a lot of story involved with it as much as some really good items. But it's not one of those things where I'm like, oh man, no, we gotta do that. Can't miss the Tower of not the Magi, the Fanatics Tower. You gotta do that part. Really, no, you don't. No. There's not really any story to it as much as it is just a, very hard mode thing to get some of the best items in the game. Which, yeah, is cool. But it's not necessary to beat the game. And by the same stroke, I have no interest in really going back and trying to do all of the different dragons either. Because while the fights are neat, it comes down to the fact that, well, quite frankly, there's nothing really tied to them. It's all 100% optional. Thank you, Locke, for unlocking the door, by the way, and the wink. And it gives you the last materia, or the magicite that you need. But it's not, the ultimate end-all, be-all. I've been waiting for you. I wanted to give you this. I ran a weapon shop for 70 years, but I've never felt a power like the one I feel in this stone. If I were to grind it down into the shape of a blade, it would surely make a very powerful weapon! What do you say? What do you guys think? Should we should we make it a sword, or should we keep it as the magicite? I do know the magicite teaches Ultima, and it's the only magicite that teaches Ultima, which is useful. The sword's really powerful, though. I'm not 100% sure which we should go with here. I know, like, on my 100% playthrough, my achievements and my achievement playthrough and all that stuff, 100% gonna go with the magicite one. But for this playthrough, I don't know. I'll probably just leave it as magicite just for the sake of it. And I was like, so we have something that we could teach Ultima to. Speaking of which, someone should learn Ultima now. Garm. We are Garm. We are seeking Atreyu. That was Gamork or something, though, wasn't it? Steal from the Elder. Test Rider! You've been out late at night. Ready another test. Test Rider. I know, I can't sing, but I give it all my God. I just noticed that if you have Mog unequipped with any sort of weapon, and you have him do like a punch attack, his arm it's a separate sprite. It's not the arm attack animation is a separate sprite. So when he attacks, it's a little flesh-colored arm instead of his usual Moogle one. Alright, that's all we needed lock for, was to get that. Next, let's go get Shadow's Dreams. Just because those are RNG-ish and take a while. So what I found out while doing some research on this, in case you ever want to do this yourself, because it's very hard to figure out exactly what the rules are for the dreams, is that originally when I thought when I was growing up, I had learned that you could only get the dreams at the Colosseum. This is apparently incorrect. You can actually get the dreams at almost any inn except for the ones in Thamasa and Figaro Castle. And then it's just, there are 4 dreams he can have, and it's complete RNG whether or not you get them. You just need to have Shadow in your party and to sleep at an inn. So the best place, honestly, it seems to do this, is South Figaro. Why? Well, South Figaro has the cheapest inn in the World of Ruin. It's only 80 gil, which makes it really efficient money-wise to spam this. I will say, before we get started, we already had one of the dreams. Actually, we've already had 2, because you get one when you first recruit Shadow. So, we've had 2 dreams. The first was technically the last one in chronological order, which showed Shadow leaving town and then leaving Thamasa as a town, and then telling Interceptor that he has to stay and look after them, not specifying who. Before leaving town. And ultimately, Interceptor ends up following him. The other one we got, which was the first one, chronologically, is just a nightmare where he's standing in the darkness, or there's a guy standing in the darkness with like a scar over one eye, and he's like dressed in a cape and something, and a guy named Baram calls him Clyde and says, "Why did you do this to me? Why, I'll never forgive you, blah, blah, blah." And then Shadow wakes up. So those are the 2 dreams we've had so far. There are 3 more to get. And here's another one. Yahoo! We did it, Clyde. 1,000,000 gil. 1,000,000 gil. What a blast. This is the life. Guess it's time we thought of a name, huh? A name? All good bandit duos need a name. I sort of have one in mind. Well, let's hear it. The Shadow Bandits. What do you think? Not bad, huh? The Shadow Bandits. Great train robbers of the century. Uh-oh. I just noticed the game audio is not coming through. Luckily, you guys haven't really missed much. There hasn't been much in the way of game audio interest or anything like that. The music at the actual I'm guessing it's probably because the game audio. There it goes. Just needed to switch it off and switch it back on. But no, you haven't missed anything audio-wise here. All that was going on was just the usual audio tracks behind the scenes. Sorry about that. I'm just glad we caught it early enough. I hate to have gone the entire night with no audio. Wow. You had to listen to my singing with no accompanying audio. Luckily, that wasn't to a tune or anything. But no, the dream itself doesn't even have audio. So Clyde and Brom were apparently train robbers who had stolen 1 million gil from a train and were set to become the next great train robbing duo. That's the easiest way actually to notice if you're going to be getting a dream sequence or not, is if you hear the little jingle that plays when you take a nap, like that. If the first thing you hear when you lay down and it fades to black is that jingle, no dream. That jingle doesn't play until the dream is over. And unfortunately, at this point, this is all you can really do in this, is just to get all of the dreams. You just do this over and over. We've got 2 more to get. But I think it's worth it just because it's the only way you ever get Shadow's actual backstory. On the plus side, we're going to be incredibly well rested for fighting Kefka. So I suppose I need to take this moment to talk about some of the things I noticed while we were playing the game. Oh! Here we go. Open your eyes! How bad is it? This isn't my blood, is it, Clyde? Don't worry. You're gonna be okay. I'm sorry. I let my guard down. Don't talk. The town's just a bit further. You don't have to pretend. I know. This is my blood, isn't it? I'm done for. Get going. Leave me here. Oh no. Get going. Leave me here. I'd only slow you down. But... You want to get caught? Before you go, I have a favor to ask. Please, finish me off with your knife. How could you ask me to do something like that? You know, I'm touching my arm. I'm shivering. I'm a total coward. I don't want to have to go through all that. Touch my arm. Oh, if they catch me out there, I think he said something like, if you catch me, they'll interrogate me and I will break. They'll feel it shaking. Oh, I've never been so afraid in my life. And now I'm quivering like a leaf. Please, before I wet myself and have to die a coward, just take your knife and... I can't do it. Clyde! I'm sorry. Clyde, how could you? A big dramatic thing, and then ding, 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 ding. There's one more left. So what we got to see there is the fact that essentially what Clyde did to Baram, what he wouldn't forgive him for, was the fact that he feels guilty over the fact that he didn't fulfill Clyde's last wish. Oh, last scene. We're having pretty good luck with this. That dog looks familiar. Hey, are you alright? Where am I? In a small village called Thassa. Thassa. Come now, pull yourself together. And that's it. That is the entire backstory we get on Shadow. Originally, you're not even told that there is why it's Shadow. Because the interesting thing there is, the fact is that unless you observe the fact that you only get the dreams at inns when Shadow is in your party, there's nothing explicit there to tell you who Clyde is. But yeah, the story there is Clyde betrayed his best friend, got him, they were train robbers, they ended up botching a job, Baram's on his way out, he's scared that if he gets caught, they're gonna torture him and stuff like that, and he doesn't want to die a coward and a traitor and all that stuff, because he'll break. So he asks Clyde to kill him and finish him off. Clyde turns out to be the real coward and wimps out in trying to kill his friend. Won't take the knife and won't drive it through him. No, won't cut his throat. Hence the ironic line later on that Shadow would cut your throat for a nickel or whatever it is that he says. So because of that, he ends up betraying him, running away, ends up in the town of Thamasa, which you would recognize from the layout of the town, but is told by the woman there that it's the town of Thassa, because if you remember, the people of Thamasa are trying to keep the identity of their village and their whole history a secret, that they're descended from the Magi. So they're not just going to, tell outsiders what the whole deal is. But he ends up staying there, lives his life, ends up ultimately bringing, worried about that he's just going to bring misfortune and everything upon those around him, leaves after becoming an assassin ninja. Overcoming his fear of killing people by becoming an assassin and killing all of the emotions in his body. And then going off and becoming, the infamous assassin Shadow, off of the Shadow Bandits, if you've noticed. The other thing that is some other points of interest in those dreams. One, the area where Baram died is right at the basis of the falls you jump down into to get to the Veld. Interestingly enough, that is the key point where no matter what, if Shadow hasn't left your party yet, he will not jump down those falls. He will not go back to that screen where you see where Baram died. Or where he abandoned Baram. The other thing is of note that, what happened with the nice lady there? Well, I'll tell you. She had a daughter. There's only 2 characters in this game that can wear the item known as... I think I've still got it in here. Gotta be in here somewhere. There it is. The Memento Ring. A ring blessed by a departed mother's love. And yet, only 2 people can use this item. Realm, who comes with it equipped, and 1 other person. Interesting enough, there's only one other place you can get another copy of this ring, which is in Thamasa, which is on the bookshelf in Strago's house. The only 2 people that can equip it are Realm and Shadow. So yes, that is the big reveal that you can piece together from all of these dreams and everything. Realm is Shadow's daughter. Hence why Interceptor likes her. So it becomes kind of a big thing there in the story that's the whole backstory. Why are we at Mobliz? This is not where I wanted to go. Went all this way, I got to Mobliz, and it's like, wait, this isn't where I wanted. Think I do enough damage now? I wanted to go to Thamasa! No! Not the healing rod! Stop that! Yay! We're home! I'll be in the house, okay? So full of energy. I must be the only one getting old. Grandpa! You gotta come quick! Gung-Ho's hurt! Gung-Ho? Gung-Ho? Gung-Ho, hang in there! Who did this to you? It was Hidon, the legendary beast you and I used to hunt! Almost had him too! Hidon! Oh! Gung-Ho! Strago! Please avenge me! Oh, cough, cough, wheeze! Grandpa, what are you standing around for? You're right. I grew old and forgot about pursuing the dreams of my youth. Gung-Ho, I'm going after him. Grandpa? Grandpa, wait! You're not thinking of going all alone, are you? I need to face the thing I ran from all those years ago. I need to get the best of it. It's a matter of pride, dear. It's a matter of you being a stubborn old man. You're my grandpa. I can't just sit and watch while you make things harder for yourself than they have to be. I'm so sorry, Realm. It means a lot to me that you care so much. But Hidon's a tough beast to track. Its name comes from the old word for hidden, after all. No one will ever find him if I don't go. To Ebot's Rock! The what? Phew. Ah. So Ebot's Rock. If you're looking for that guy dressed in black, you already went to the Coliseum. I know, we got him back. There aren't any good places left to play. Ebot's Rock is above water for the first time in 50 years. Head north of town and you should be able to see it. Okay, so Ebot's Rock is north of town and is above water. Which I'm assuming this is Ebot's Rock. Alright, let's do this. Let's go find us a Hidon! Aha! What? Okay. I'm hungry! Hungry. Give me something to eat, or I won't let you through. I love me some coral. You got any on ya? No. Skinflint, get out of here. So now we have to go get coral? Okay. There's no coral there. There's no coral there. There's chests here. And this is why we bring the big hitter caster characters. 2 pieces of coral. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. 2 pieces of coral. One pieces of coral. That's the exit. Is this completely random? There's 2 pieces. Mahadeva. The Mahadeva. That's 3 pieces. That's 3 pieces. So that should give us 6, 5, 11. I give us 16. I think we're at 16. How many coral do I have? 18! I was off. Just teleported me right back to where I was. 19. What was that? Let's get 25 just to be safe. You gotta appreciate the busy work of this dungeon. For no reason, there's just a chest there that wants you to feed it coral? of which you now have to find a random amount of. There. Yeah. I love me some girl. You got any? Yes. Munch, munch, munch. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Corpulence is happiness. And I'm stuffed. Burp. Whew. Alright, you wanted to get through here, didn't you? Oh, I shouldn't have ate so much. Weirdest, most random thing in this entire game. I swear, I have no idea what's up with that. That's Hidon! Hidon is a green Typhon? Okay, you have stuff equipped, you have stuff equipped. Give her the memento ring. And what else? For this fight? I don't know. Guess I'll give her defense. Ah. Hidon is kind of creepy. And I do know that you get something special if you take out all of his little dudes first. Oh no, that one has reflect. I heal everybody up. Because we're gonna get to the Grand Delta Line! Which isn't even gonna do 1,000. How disappointing. Not as disappointing as this, though. The legendary thing that he was fighting with this entire time, the beast that eluded him for ages? Yeah, watch how I kill it. Boom! Take that, Strago! I win! I'm the superior monster hunter! And of course, Grand Delta is like his ultimate lore. I did it! I really beat Hidon! I'll have to tell Gung Ho he's been avenged! Gung Ho! Gung Ho! What a show to fuss! Can't an injured man get some rest? Gung Ho, listen to me! I defeated Hidon! You what? You beat Hidon? You're lying! Nope, he's not. He really did it. Well, a little monster like Hidon could hardly expect to stand up to the likes of me. I can't believe it, but it really looks like I have to concede defeat. You showed me up, old man. By the way, how are your wounds healing, Gung Ho? Oh, my wounds! Ah, they're fine. That evening. So there I was, creeping through those caves that seemed to go on forever. I finally reached the deepest and darkest cavern, and there he is, right in front of me! I stared the ugly brute straight in the eye, raised my staff, and let him have it! Bam! Thwack! Pow! Right in the kisser! He had a kisser? Well, you know, it's a figure of speech, but I think he kinda did. Oh, I wish you had been there to see me. Oh, and then... fade out. Where's Grandpa? Oh, I think he finally tired himself out for all that jabbering and nodding off. But do you think it's okay to leave it like this with him thinking I was really hurt? Don't worry about it. If we hadn't tricked him, he would have spent the rest of his life doing nothing but talk. And if you weren't faking, that monster wasn't. I don't know how a man like him ever managed to raise a granddaughter as wonderful as you. Yeah, well, I don't know how anyone could be as terrible an actor as you. Strago is probably the only man alive who would fall for a performance like that. What did you say? And that is how we helped Strago get his groove back. And that's the other memento ring. So you can have one for Realm and one for Shadow. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that actually was Shadow's and that's where he left it. How have you been? Everything okay? Everything's great. Although it didn't heal me up after coming back for the night, so... Yeah, this is why it won't let you do it in Thamasa. I mean, sure, the actual technical reason is, of course, he's not going to dream about, you know, the place that all that stuff happened. But, also, you know, it's one guild. Though it is the most affordable place on the map to actually stop, if you wanted to. So let's see. So now we finished Strago's story. Shadow story, Locke's story, Terra's story. I think we've gotten just about everything except for one. Hey there. Hope you enjoyed this installment of the Final Fantasy Retrospective. If you liked what you saw, please leave a like, a comment, or subscribe here on my YouTube channel. It really helps me get found by the algorithm. Also, here's a few extra videos that you might enjoy as well. The one up top is the full stream of this episode, and the other one is going to be something else that is going to be suggested for you. Alright, thank you so much. See you next time!